On Wednesday, June 5th, 6-seeded Hiller baseball hosted 11-seeded Dartmouth in the round of 16. Bottom of the first, Nick Pajoli starts the inning off with a triple. A bit later, Charlie Petruni hits a sacrifice fly to score Pajoli. 1-0 Hillers into the bottom of the fourth.
Wind up in the pitch. And it's going to get away. Here comes a run. And he's in.
Derek Hatherley takes advantage of the error and makes it a 2-0 game, and that's all the Hillers would need as they took the round of 16 game 2-0 over Dartmouth. Hopkinton Hillers baseball playoff run came to an end on Sunday, June 9th in Westfield as the 6-seeded Hillers fell to 3rd-seeded Westfield 7-2. The Hiller baseball team completes their incredible season with 19 wins and 5 losses. After a 1-3 start, Hiller baseball went 18-2 the rest of the way, clinched the TVL Large title, and advanced all the way to the final 8 in the Division II state tournament before falling to Westfield. This season, Hiller pitching had an incredible 1.66 team ERA with strong pitching from Derek Hatherley, Matt Gahn, Drew Reisenberger, and Jack Arthur, and featured good hitting and the amazing ability to manufacture runs and grind out wins in close games. Hiller boys lacrosse finished 15-5 and fell in the round of 16 in the Division II playoffs to a tough Hingham team. During the boys lacrosse season, Logan Del Ponte broke the all-time Hillers single-season points record for the first time in 20 years and received the extremely rare honor of being named an All-American. Head coach Dan Norton surpassed 100 wins as a Hiller, and in addition to breaking records, this team was full of talent and had some amazing comeback wins and made every game with any opponent a battle. Hiller softball hit an astonishing 360 as a team and clinched a piece of the TVL Large title. The future is bright for Hiller softball as freshman Addie Walls was thrown into big situations in the pitcher circle and posted a 3.87 ERA in her 15 appearances. Hiller boys and girls tennis also had incredible playoff runs. 12th-seeded boys tennis got an upset win in the round of 16 over 5th-seeded Marblehead 3-2 before falling in a close battle with 4th-seeded Wayland 4-1 in the round of 8. The young Hiller boys team was nearly a completely different roster from the Final Four contender of last year, and despite their youth, finished as one of the top 8 teams in Division II. Girls tennis also had an incredible season, finishing 14-5, including a preliminary round state tournament win. The future is very bright for Hiller tennis. This season, we also watched Hopkinton Hillers boys and girls track and field defeat all of their competition and both capture the TVL Large title. It was another incredible season of Hiller sports and another incredible school year of Hiller sports, and we thank all of the Hiller and HCAM fans for following along and watching all season long. We can't wait for the 2024-2025 Hiller fall season and are excited for some Hopkinton sports action in the summer. Stay tuned for more updates about that. Congratulations on another successful year of Hopkinton Hiller sports to all the young athletes and the coaches of the Hopkinton teams, and of course, athletic director Ricky Andrade. Congratulations on a great year of Hiller action. On Saturday, June 1st, 15th-seeded Hiller softball hosted 18th-seeded Dartmouth in the round of 32. In the Division II MIAA state tournament bracket, Hillers were trailing 4-1 into the top of the fifth. Wally Henneberry and Mike Tarosian on the call.
Maddie Walls has her work cut out for her this afternoon now. And there's a bunt down, squeeze play, runner is going home.
A little late.
And there's no play at the plate. Well, there was a play, but it was late. So on the squeeze play, Dartmouth scores the run, and all the runners are safe. Third base playing shallow, shortstop playing deep. And there's one right up to the shortstop. Charlotte Hornet's going to get, Holly Bahar's going to get it, throw to first. She's going to get the out. But the run on third will score.
Dartmouth plates a pair of runs and would end up taking the win, 7-2. The Hiller softball team ends their season with 14 wins and 7 losses. 6th-seeded Hiller baseball was also in action on Saturday. They hosted 27th-seeded Reading in their Division II round of 32 game. The Hillers got things going early.
The broadcast is there's a strike, and the next pitch is going to be hit in the air and drop into left field. Runner from second heading to third, now heading home. He will score. Hillers have the lead. An RBI single by Derek Hatherley. And if you notice, they have him in the cleanup spot today, and that's because he has been very good with the bat as of late. Marino set to deal. Hit high in the air towards center field, and it is caught. Runner from third is going to tag, and he will score. A sacrifice RBI flyout by Ryan Lang, and the Hillers lead it 2-0. There's a bunt. They're going to try to the suicide squeeze here, and it works. What a perfect bunt.
Reading added a run in the top of the 6th, and it was a 3-1 Hiller lead heading into the bottom of the 6th.
Wind up and the pitch. And it's going to get away on the strikeout. Throw to first. It's an overthrow. Here comes another Hiller run. And maybe a second Hiller run. The throw over, and they'll get the out at home, but the Hillers do plate one. Pedroli around to score. Petruni tried to score, but was thrown out.
Hillers plate another run, and Reading was down to their final 3 outs, trailing 4-1.
For Reading, Jack Chapin steps in, up the middle, takes a couple hops, glove by the second baseman, throw to first, not a problem, 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out. Swing and a miss, 2 away. Swing and a miss, and the Hillers are moving on to the round of 16.
The Hillers would end up taking the win 4-1. Hopkinton improves to 18-4 and will host the winner of Mansfield and Dartmouth in the round of 16 at a date and time to be determined. On Sunday, June 2nd, 15-seeded Hiller Boys Lacrosse hosted 18-seeded Minnechaug in their Division II round of 32 MIAA state tournament matchup. The Hillers got things going early and often.
Sanda lost it. Picks it back up, gets it over. O'Brien approaching. Shot in! Goal, Hillers! Pass over to Del Ponte. Del Ponte coming around. He'll take a shot. It's in! Logan Del Ponte, the captain, makes it 2-0. Looking to come out with it. Gets it across. Shot O'Brien, it's in! 3-0 Hillers. Sam O'Brien having quite the day so far. He already has a pair of goals.
It was a 3-0 Hiller lead heading into the second quarter.
Smashed some records this season. He is the all-time leading scorer. And speaking of scoring, there's Owen Champlin. 4-0 Hillers. So the Hillers looking to take advantage of another power play. And they will! What a shot by Logan Del Ponte. Santa gets it over. There's Goodman, and he rings it in! What a score!
The Hillers led Minnechaug 6-2 at the halftime break. The only score in the third quarter belonged to Minnechaug. It was a 6-3 Hiller lead heading into the fourth quarter.
Along the far side, that's Garin. Looking to cut across, taking all kinds of hits there. Able to swoop the ball to the far side. We're going to have a delayed penalty call. Proventure approaching, yes! Jack Proventure, the defenseman, rings one in. And this is, I think it's going to be an annual rival. And there's a score! Matt Lottie!
Hillers had two more scores and would end up taking the 8-4 win. Hillers play the winner of Hingham and Dartmouth at a time, date, and place to be determined in the round of 16. Hiller boys lacrosse is now 15-4 on the season. We talked with head coach Dan Norton and a couple of the key players in the playoff win after the game.
Yeah, it was an awesome game overall from just the team. I mean, my polls really made it easy on me, like Wyatt, Prav, Yoakum, and Carney. They all made it, so I saw like pretty easy shots. They're a good team, so don't get that wrong. But I think we just came out on top today and came with more energy and played our best game.
Absolutely, and must feel good to get a playoff win.
Yeah, felt great.
What's it been like playing with this group? It seems like you guys have a great camaraderie.
Yeah, I think the chemistry just throughout the offense, defense is like really good because I think, like obviously it's easy to see what happens in games, but I think where it truly shines is in practices because we're all so competitive during it and we all really get at it.
Feels great. Been through like 3 other years of just like first round. We got to the first round and just we had a very tough opponent. So this team earned a home playoff game against a great opponent still, but it was an opponent that we matched up well with, and we took care of business. So it felt great.
And I have to ask, how does it feel to be the all-time Hopkinton single-season point scorer?
It feels great, but honestly, I couldn't have done it without this team and just the way that we move the ball, the way that how hard we work in practice, like Coach Norton, everything like that, like how the coaches, Coach Frazier, Coach Norton, all them, I couldn't do it without them. So it feels great though.
And what's it been like playing with this group?
That's great. It's definitely the best team that I played with at the high school. We're all together so well. We go out to eat after games. We just all build each other up, but tear each other down in practice. But then we build each other up. So it's definitely the best team I've had here at the high school.
It feels great. I mean, I know Nate and Logan kind of covered most of it. This game was won yesterday in practice. We had our best practice of the year. I knew the guys were ready to go, and those first couple minutes you could see the energy we had, and just how much it means to these guys. We got such a special group, and we don't want this thing to end.
Absolutely. And what's it been like coaching this group? A lot of the core of this team has been here for a few years now, and it seems like a close group. What's it been like coaching?
It's been awesome. I love these guys. Some of them I've had since youth. A lot of them I taught in school. They both touched upon it. But the way this group competes in practice, I've been around a lot of teams over the years, as a player and as a coach, and I haven't seen a team that competes like this in practice. It's really a dogfight every time they come out, and then they're hugging each other after practice and giving each other pointers and trying to get better. And it's really cultivated by our seniors. We got a special group.
So while there were many players that pitched in on this win, I named Nate Burns as the player of the game today because I just thought some of the saves he made were tremendous. What are your thoughts about the performance of Nate Burns today?
I think he nailed it. I mean, I think the hardest thing to do in any sport is to save a lacrosse ball that's going mid 90 mile an hour with a 6x6 goal, and Nate does an amazing job of that. And And what I'm most proud of with Nate is, not only the way he saves the ball, but just the way he leads and he communicates. I think our defenders, I know Nate credited our defenders by doing a good job in front of him, but the reason they are doing a good job in front of him is because he's like another coach on the field.
And there was a cool moment a few weeks ago where you had Logan Del Ponte with the former points record holder. I forget his name.
Ken Lysick, yeah.
Ken Lysick. What was that like to have those two great lacrosse talents and two different generations together for that picture?
Yeah, it officially made me feel old because I used to play against Ken. So, thanks so much for Ken if he's listening. To come back and be part of that moment, and it meant the world to Logan, and the cool thing about two guys like that, and hopefully someday somebody breaks Logan's record, and I know he'll be just as pumped for that kid as Ken was for him.
Maybe in another 20 years, right?
Exactly, we'll fly him in. Yeah.
And Coach, I got to congratulate you. Your father informed us that you surpassed 100 wins as Hopkinton head coach, so congratulations on that, and hopefully we'll have some more playoff wins to come.
Thanks so much.
And lastly, you got Hamer-Duxbury coming up next, the winner of that game, right?
Yeah.
So any thoughts on those two potential opponents?
Yeah, that game's going to be happening tomorrow. So, today we're kind of just digesting this a little bit. But have a, it's going to be obviously a challenge. But, we'll have a good game plan ready to go. And the farther along we get into this, the more closer to perfect we're going to have to play. And our guys understand that. And whoever it is going to be a worthy opponent.
On Monday, May 20th, Hiller Girls Lacrosse hosted Westwood in their final regular season home game. Westwood would take the win 17-7 in the final game of the regular season. Hillers were at Medfield and fell 18-2. Hopkinton Hillers Girls Lacrosse finished the regular season with 4 wins and 14 losses. On Tuesday, May 21st, Hiller Boys Tennis battled Ashland on Senior Day. The team ended up getting the win via a sweep over Ashland. Hillers would close out regular season play with a 3-2 win over Medfield. The Hillers boys tennis team finished the season with 15 wins and 2 losses. We recently caught up with Hiller head coach Mike Miller.
It's always great when we get the opportunity to have some strength and depth in our lineup, where it's not always the case where we put all seniors in on senior day. We've been fortunate the last few years to be able to do that, and they all pulled through with wins today. So I know for a few of them, today was going to probably be their last time on the court playing some competitive tennis. They went out there, did their thing, got the W for the team, and played really well. So happy for them.
And I understand this team has a lot of good experience, and you went far in the playoffs last year, and I know this team has some big hopes for this year. What are your goals for this team this year, and what are the team's goals for themselves?
Yeah, so you referenced last year. Last year was a great run to the state semis. Completely different team this year. We graduated from where we started last year. 6 out of our 7 players that were starting in the lineup last year. So everybody's just, from the beginning of the year, this year on, shuffling for those positions, who's going to be playing where, and really didn't necessarily figure that out until maybe about a week or 2 ago. So a lot of times our best competition throughout the year comes from our practices, and our kids get after it every day in practice. And that's what makes it so fun, is they get out there, they practice with each other, they use each other as training partners to get better with every ball that they hit. And ultimately, the whole team becomes that much better as a result of that. So in terms of goals at this point, right, we haven't really talked about postseason simply because we're not there. But I know it's in the back of their minds. Tomorrow is going to be one of the biggest matches that we play, which is against Medfield tomorrow. That will ultimately decide. I think we've kind of cemented at least the co-share of the TVL championship going into tomorrow. And I believe that Medfield's only loss up to this point is to us. So tomorrow's certainly going to be a big one before we even get into the tournament.
Terrific. And can you talk about some of the seniors that were recognized today?
Yeah, so one of our senior captains, Suraj Sambasavam, has been great for us this year. He's played a combination of third singles and doubles. Ane Pachori, he's been playing at the second double spot, just a steady Eddie, makes very, very few mistakes in that spot, which is really important when it comes to second doubles, does a great job of getting his serves in, which really helped to set up his partner. his partner being Prithvi Venkatesh. And Prithvi is kind of the same way. Very great mechanical strokes. Those two play very well together. They pump each other up, they don't get down, and it's just a great combination of tennis to watch. Teddy Campbell got a chance to get into the lineup today. He's had some good matches for us this year. I would think that Teddy's probably one of the most improved players that we've had over the years. He just got a lot stronger this year, got a lot more confident hitting the balls with a lot more pace on it and keeping the balls in. So I almost wish we had another year with him just because he's kind of blossomed so late. And then our last senior being Anakeith Mikulaneni, if I can say it right. So Anakeith has gotten into a few matches for us, and I think he's won every one of them. So it kind of goes to show the depth of our lineup, where we are this year, and just a great group. And I had referenced it in the senior recognition before. I think their combined GPA is like 4.5. So I'd put that up against any other team that's out there. So when you want to talk about student athletes, that certainly embodies that term student athlete there as a group.
On Wednesday, May 22nd, Hiller baseball and softball battled Medfield. Hiller baseball was trailing 2-1 heading into the bottom of the 7th.
And he hits it. That brings him one. Game is tied. Here we go. And the score is game over on a pass ball.
Keenan McDonald scores on the passed ball, and the Hillers win their final regular season TVL battle by a final of 3-2. The Hillers finished regular season play with 17 wins and 4 losses after a 7-3 loss to Lincoln Sudbury at the Rich Pedroli Metro West Daily News Tournament and a 4-3 win over Natick in the consolation game of the tournament. Also on Wednesday, Hiller softball battled Medfield. It was an 8-2 Medfield lead heading into the bottom of the 5th.
This is hit in the air, and that'll drop for a base hit. Another pair of runs around to score. A job well done there by Cammie Trendle. A 2 RBI double, and the Hillers are in business in this game. They do have a runner in scoring position right now. Cammie Trendle at second base. Cammie Trendle with a huge 2 RBI double, and this is driven in the air. It'll drop into right field, and here comes the game-tying run. And this ball game is tied. An RBI double for Charlotte Holden.
Hillers tie the game, bottom of the 6th. The score is 8-8.
Oh, she gets a good piece of this one. Towards the fence. See you later. That's gone. And the Hillers take the lead. Caroline Kane goes yard for the second time today. Unbelievable.
Hillers take the 9-8 lead, and Medfield would be down to their final 3 outs.
The 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air over to center field, and this game is tied. Hit in the air over to right field. That'll drop in. 1 run is in, and here comes another. A 2 RBI single for Kate Rodenhigh.
Medfield ends up pulling off the 11-9 win as they plate 3 runs in the top of the 7th. Hiller softball finishes the regular season with 14 wins and 6 losses and awaits the playoff seedings. On Thursday, May 23rd, Hiller boys lacrosse closed out regular season play with a beating against Medfield.
Delponte takes a shot and rings it in. Good response by the Hillers. Collins will take it into play. Collins gets it over. Looking for the shot, and it's in. Matt George.
Medfield outscored the Hillers in the second half 6-1 and would end up taking the win 11-5. Hillers finished the regular season with 14 wins and 4 losses and await the playoffs.
Holliston looking to charge in. There's a shot and a score, and it's Panthers striking first.
On Monday, May 13th, Hiller boys lacrosse took on Holliston. The Hillers were looking to rebound from a tough loss over the weekend to King Philip. Holliston would outscore Hopkinton 3-2 in the first quarter, and they also outscored them 3-2 in the second quarter. Freshman Matt Lottie had a pair of goals for the Hillers in the first half, but it was a 6-4 Holliston lead heading into the third quarter, and the Hillers were looking to regroup. In the third quarter, Logan Del Ponte and Owen Champlin put on a show. Hillers trailing 7-5 until this happened.
Champlin making a move, and he'll bounce it in. Closing in, out in front, tie game! What a score! Logan Del Ponte. Del Ponte closing in, takes it, yes! Hillers take the lead. Putting on the moves. Gets it behind the net. Ponte out in front, Goodman, yes! What a feed of Goodman from Del Ponte, and he puts it in.
4 straight Hiller goals, including 2 goals and an assist by Logan Del Ponte, propelled the Hillers ahead, and it would be a 9-8 game after Lucas Haynes struck for Holliston with 1 minute left in the quarter.
Haynes puts Holliston within 1.
The TVL large rivals would go back and forth in the fourth quarter.
Lottie around the defender, takes it, got it! Matt Lottie rings it in. Haynes with the pass, out in front now. Shakes the defender, looking to stuff it in, and he will. That was just great passing by Holliston. And back into the game, here's Del Ponte. Del Ponte rings it in! That was some serious velocity. Closing in, shot, in, and Holliston strikes. Jack McGilligot. And a nice feed, and Sanda feeds the net!
Despite falling behind early in the game, the Hillers woke up in the second half and would end up taking the 12-10 win. Congratulations to head coach Dan Norton, who captured his 100th win at the helm for the Hillers. Hopkinton improved to 12-2 on the season. Holliston fell to 6-7. Logan Del Ponte tallied 4 goals and a pair of assists in the win. On Thursday, May 16th, weather impacted our coverage a bit, but Hiller baseball, softball, and boys lacrosse were all in action. Boys lacrosse got moved over to Fruit Street, where they hosted Ashland and would end up capturing a 13-6 win over the Clockers, improving to 13-2 on the season. Logan Del Ponte scored his 100th point of the season, an unbelievable accomplishment. In this photo, courtesy of Hiller Athletics, you see Logan Del Ponte along with Ken Lysick from the class of 2002. Logan Del Ponte now has 105 points on the season and has surpassed Ken's scoring record of 104 points in a season. It is the first time in 22 years that a Hiller has set the regular season point record for boys lacrosse. Congratulations to Logan Del Ponte on the tremendous accomplishment. Also on Thursday, Hiller softball celebrated senior night prior to taking on Ashland. The Hillers ended up taking a 17-3 win over the Clockers in their senior night game. Senior Leah O'Rourke went 3 for 4 at the plate. Leah had 4 runs and an RBI. Senior Caroline Kane also had a great senior night game, going 2 for 3 at the plate with 4 RBIs. And senior Alex Young went 1 for 3 and had an RBI. All 3 seniors contributed in the senior night victory, and the Hillers improved to 13-5 on the season and are very much in the running for the TVL title. Hiller baseball was also battling Ashland Thursday. It was a 2-0 Ashland lead heading into the bottom of the 5th.
Dylan Ruff, .415 batting average, .520 on base percentage. And he'll put this one in the air towards right field, and it is caught. Runner from third is going to tag. He will score. Runner from second advances to third. So sacrifice RBI flyout for Ruff. Scores behind. They already got the Hillers once with that trick. And this is ripped into left field. That'll get down for a hit. Here's the tying run for the Hillers. Possibly another run coming around for the Hillers. And Pedroli will indeed score. And Charlie Petruni is aboard with a 2 RBI double, and the Hillers take the lead. Got that runner at third, but there's 2 outs now. Lang puts this one in the air. That's going to land into center field, and here comes another Hiller run. An RBI single for Ryan Lang as Charlie Petruni is around to score.
The Hillers played 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th and would end up taking the win 4-2. Hiller baseball is now 14-3 on the season. In the game, Charlie Petruni went 2 for 3 at the plate with a run and a pair of RBIs. On Saturday, May 18th, Hiller girls lacrosse and boys lacrosse hosted Weston. The girls' game started at 10 a.m. and was a good back-and-forth battle, but the Hillers would fall just short 19-10. The Hiller girls are now 4-12 on the season. The Hiller boys then hosted Weston. It was an impressive victory for the Hillers. They captured the win 11-4. and improved to 14-2 on the season, while Weston fell to 10-4 overall.
Next, we have Maya Davis. This year, the Hillers have 3 seniors who have all made an immense impact on our program, and we're super excited to honor them here today. I promised them I would walk them through what it looks like when we do this. I'm just going to go slow here. You all, when I call your name, are going to walk out, meet your teammates, get your posters, and I'm going to call your parents' names. They're going to come to the mound. You're going to stay there for afterwards. The third base line family stay too. When all three of you are done, you're all going to go back to the mound, all the family members as well, to get a group photo. Sound good? Okay. I promise. Is that our next switch? All right. First, we have senior Leah O'Rourke. She's going to meet her parents, Celine and Dan, in the mound. She's going to meet her parents, Jackie and Luke.
Monday, May 6th, Hiller Boys Lacrosse took on Dedham. The Hillers netted goals early and often.
He has not really been back to the JV squad since, and he's done a nice job in another score here. That is Cooper Goodman, making it 6-0. Here comes the Hillers. Bringing it in, O'Brien. Out in front, beauty of a feed, and did he net one? Yes, he did. That was just a great pass by O'Brien. Chase O'Donnell puts it in.
It would end up being 10 first quarter goals for the Hillers, and they would take the game 17-4. The Hillers followed up with a 16-3 road win versus Norwood. The Hiller boys stood at 11-1 following the Norwood victory. Head coach Dan Norton now has 99 wins with Hopkinton. Hiller softball battled Dedham last week. Unfortunately, due to weather concerns, we were unable to broadcast the game. The Hillers plated 5 runs in the third inning and would end up taking the win 7-3. This footage is courtesy of Game Changer. In the game, Addie Walls went 2 for 3 at the plate, including a home run. Addie scored 2 runs and drove in a run during the victory. She also pitched all 7 innings and struck out 13 hitters. All 3 Dedham runs were unearned runs. Hillers stand at 11-5 after they also captured a 3-2 road win over Norwood on Thursday. Hiller girls lacrosse hosted Norwood on Thursday, May 9th. They would fall short in the TVL Large battle by a final of 20-9. Hiller girls lacrosse stands at 4-9 on the season. On Saturday, May 11th, we had a double dose of Hiller action. 11-1 Hiller boys lacrosse hosted King Philip, and it was an epic battle. After King Philip scored first, the Hillers netted some scores of their own.
Champlin gets it back to Del Ponte. Now Champlin coming in, and he'll score. Ryan now, Del Ponte bringing it out, and he'll rip one in. What a score by the senior. Lottie gets it over Champlin. And another one for the Hillers. Owen Champlin with his second goal of the game.
3 straight scores for the Hillers. They led 3-1 heading into the second quarter.
We got a KP score, so they were able to take advantage of that possession. Del Ponte, shot in! Logan Del Ponte goes 5-hole.
Both teams net a goal in the second quarter, and it was a 4-2 Hillers lead into the third.
Through Del Ponte now. Takes it, got it! Logan Del Ponte, the captain, rips it in. On the near side, O'Brien. Out to Lottie, and Lottie pops it in! So the Hillers just down a man, but it's only for the next 5 seconds. There's a shot, and it's popped in. Hayden Schmitz. King Philip looking to strike once again. And a shot and a score. Looking to close in. Get by a couple Hillers, and he'll get a score. Noah Mankiewicz puts on the moves.
King Philip outscores the Hillers 3-2 in the third, but Hopkinton still led 6-5 heading into the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter would be a back-and-forth battle.
There's a shot, and this game is tied. And there's a shot, and ringing it in is Logan Del Ponte. The Hillers reclaim the lead. Over. Great feed to Champlin by Del Ponte, and Champlin pops it in. Weeblin takes it in and puts it in. Pat Weeblin makes it a 1-score game. Approaching a minute left. Kilroy closing in. Gets it over. There's a shot, and we are tied. Hayden Schmitz. DeVellis, 4 seconds. Knocked loose. DeVillis picks it up. Gets it over. Oh, wow! Noah Makowitz with a buzzer beater.
King Philip pulls off the buzzer beater and takes the 9-8 win. A bit of a heartbreaker for the Hillers, but an unbelievable game between two of the best teams around. Hillers are now 11-2. King Philip is 10-5 on the season. Later that evening, Hiller baseball hosted Holliston. It would end up being a tremendous pitcher's duel between Albert Savino for Holliston and Jack Arthur for the Hillers.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he gets him. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Hillers loaded the bases in the bottom of the first with no outs.
And he got him. Albert Savino strikes out 3 straight hitters via a swing to get out of a no outs, bases loaded jam. Wind up and the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that will wrap up the top of the second. Leg lift and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Leg lift and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out.
Bottom of the fourth, the Hillers get a chance for some runs and to break the scoreless game.
Left side, glove by the third baseman. Throw to first. Is going to get away. And the runner, Ryan Lang, got tripped up a little bit. He had 222 coming into this game. 382 on base percentage as he squares the bunt. And it gets away as he pulls the bunt back and the runner advances. Line up and the pitch. And he hits this one up the right side. Throw to first. They get the out, but Lang advances to third base. A job well done for Keenan McDonald. He winds and deals, and this is hit up the left side. Glove by the shortstop. Throw home, gets away, and the Hillers are on the board. So Hatherley reaches, gets the RBI, Lang around to score.
Hillers play to run and lead it 1-0 into the top of the fifth.
Arthur set to deal. And a swing and a miss. Ball gets away. The throw to first, no problem. They've only given up 40 runs. That's through 13 games. And there's another strikeout for Arthur. Here's the 2-2. Got him! He strikes out the side. And Jack Arthur is just dealing tonight. Through this inning efficiently. I'd imagine they'll put him out there in the seventh as this is up the middle, slow roller, picked up by the second baseman, throw to first. He got him! What a nice play by Dylan Ruff. Out in the third. And Arthur hopes to strike him out again here. The 1-2. And he got him!
Holliston comes up to the plate in the top of the seventh. The score remains 1-0 Hillers leading, and Jack Arthur was looking for the complete game win.
Holliston has a team hitting at 248, and this is going to be hit into center field, and it's a leadoff single. And a bunt here, back to the pitcher, throw to first, and the throw gets away. The throw came in a little low, and the Panthers have 2 on with no outs. Arthur deals. Oh, that hit him. Oh no, bases loaded.
Bases loaded for Holliston, no outs. Could Arthur pitch his way out of it?
Swing and a miss. 1 away. Swing and a miss. 2 away. Hit in the air towards center field, and it is caught for the out, and the Hopkinton Hillers hang on for the 1-0 win.
Yes, he could. Arthur strikes out 2 straight hitters and gets the final out via pop-out, and the Hillers hang on for the 1-0 win on senior night. Hillers improve to 12-3. Holliston falls to 7-9. Jack Arthur was tremendous on the mound. pitching all 7 innings and striking out 12 hitters. Hopkinton celebrated their senior night festivities after the game. Here's a look at the ceremony.
You laugh now, boys. No way. How long do you have to smile? Can we stop? All right, that's He's got his hat pulled up.
It would have been pretty awkward if we didn't win, so. All right, I'm going to read off my sheet here, okay? So, hey, first, I just want to thank, as it goes blank, thank you all the senior parents for all your hard work, and junior parents too, for preparing for this ceremony, and thank you for all your support this year and last year. So, I just want to give a quick rundown of your careers. Well, first of all, 11 in a row is pretty good. That's good, guys. Good start there. I know I've ever won 11 in a row in anything, so that's good. All right. Freshman year was their shortened season due to COVID, and most of them were freshmen in JV. Sophomore year, a couple guys were on the team that went to the Final 8. The rest had a very successful JV season. Last year, part of a 14-6 team who also beat 3 top 10 teams in the state, and won the Pedroli tourney. Most of them were significant contributors on the field in some way. And I was just really impressed with them last year as a group. Just I told them several times too, like just how great they were as human beings, and just like, you know, even guys that didn't play, just how locked in they were, and how positive they were at all times too, in terms of practice and games. And I told them all, like, you know, you're all going to have some kind of role this year, and they all pretty much have. A lot of them have played almost every game, so they did a great job. This year got off to a very slow start. We were 1-3, and we didn't look great. The kids stuck to the process, and we've won 11 in a row now. We've clinched a spot in the tourney, and we currently stand at the number 2 team in the state. We have a bunch of multi-sport athletes who have had outstanding success in other sports like football, golf, basketball, swimming, and the very successful soccer team. Were you state finalists?
Last year.
Oh, all right. Well, state finalists and Final Four. Pretty good. All right, so that's pretty good. All right. More importantly, we have some tremendous students in this group. I know you don't see it in the field, but there's exceptional intellect in the classroom in this group. So.
Thanks, Derek.
We have some kids going to some big-time colleges and one going to the best prep school in the country. I went there too, that's why I'm saying.
On Wednesday, June 5th, 6-seeded Hiller Baseball hosted 11-seeded Dartmouth in the round of 16. Bottom of the first, Nick Pedroli starts the inning off with a triple. A bit later, Charlie Petruni hits a sacrifice fly to score. Pedroli 1-0 Hillers into the bottom of the fourth.
Wind up in the pitch. And it's going to get away. Here comes a run. And he's in.
Derek Hatherley takes advantage of the error and makes it a 2-0 game, and that's all the Hillers would need as they took the round of 16 game 2-0 over Dartmouth. Hopkinton Hillers baseball playoff run came to an end on Sunday, June 9th in Westfield as the 6-seeded Hillers fell to 3rd-seeded Westfield 7-2. The Hiller baseball team completes their incredible season with 19 wins and 5 losses. After a 1-3 start, Hiller baseball went 18-2 the rest of the way, clinched the TVL Large title, and advanced all the way to the Final 8 in the Division II state tournament before falling to Westfield. This season, Hiller pitching had an incredible 1.66 team ERA with strong pitching from Derek Hatherley, Matt Gahn, Drew Reisenberger, and Jack Arthur, and featured good hitting and the amazing ability to manufacture runs and grind out wins in close games. Hiller boys lacrosse finished 15-5 and fell in the round of 16 in the Division II playoffs to a tough Hingham team. During the boys lacrosse season, Logan Del Ponte broke the all-time Hillers single-season points record for the first time in 20 years and received the extremely rare honor of being named an All-American. Head coach Dan Norton surpassed 100 wins as a Hiller, and in addition to breaking records, this team was full of talent and had some amazing comeback wins and made every game with any opponent a battle. Hiller softball hit an astonishing 360 as a team and clinched a piece of the TV Large title. The future is bright for Hiller softball as freshman Addie Walls was thrown into big situations in the pitcher circle and posted a 3.87 ERA in her 15 appearances. Hiller boys and girls tennis also had incredible playoff runs. 12th seeded boys tennis got an upset win in the round of 16 over 5th seeded Marblehead 3-2 before falling in a close battle with 4th seeded Wayland 4-1 in the round of 8. The young Hiller boys team was nearly a completely different roster from the Final Four contender of last year, and despite their youth, finished as one of the top 8 teams in Division II. Girls tennis also had an incredible season, finishing 14-5, including a preliminary round state tournament win. The future is very bright for Hiller tennis. This season, we also watched Hopkinton Hiller's boys and girls track and field defeat all of their competition and both capture the TVL Large title. It was another incredible season of Hiller sports and another incredible school year of Hiller sports, and we thank all of the Hiller and HCAM fans for following along and watching all season long. We can't wait for the 2024-2025 Hiller fall season and are excited for some Hopkinton sports action in the summer. Stay tuned for more updates about that. Congratulations on another successful year of Hopkinton Hiller sports to all the young athletes and the coaches of the Hopkinton teams, and of course, athletic director Ricky Andrade. Congratulations on a great year of Hiller action.